Hello, I'm Zevora Stakamakuli, and I think this is now working. Greetings, friends and enemies. I didn't do the full bloody opening, but who cares? Hopefully this will work. Oh, YouTube's working. I will reload Twitch. It works! Hallelujah! It works! It works! But yeah, thank you. And for people who are watching the VOD, literally 5 minutes later, it wouldn't load. Who knows why? My PC coolant's fine. I may have increased some of the fan activity, I'm not really sure. I changed some of the stuff there, I've changed some of the stuff in my PC. I'm now going to attempt to turn on... Oops, sorry about that. So, dropping some wires everywhere. To turn on the sacred VTube studio, so I can become a VTuber again, and not a... Oh, sorry, I just saw Twitch buffer. It scared me. It seems to be working. Everything seems to be working right now. About half of it seems to work, maybe. Except VTube Studio. I need to log into Steam, which I will just start this. Anyway,
he was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah.
Because he is that old.
How much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Nightwind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable
He is a
turn
master of the
events.
Nightwind. That's what
When
I'm going
we
with.
exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him.
Could he
I'll need
be...
to investigate further.
Okay, I saw a theory that he looked scaly and was a dragon.
And look into who could have aided the captain.
Do you think he is a dragon?
She should know.
Maybe. He could be. Like,
of course.
It would make sense if he is the most powerful of the Harbingers, and the final 4,
but
essentially, are the most... Yeah, I don't get that. Well, actually, I've seen that theory. Maybe it's true, but I somewhat disagree. Oh.
Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that
Pyro
vision
Dragon?
now.
Pyro Dragon? Maybe. Maybe. Super Sage. I don't like... To be fair, okay, I like the hair from that angle, but I don't like it when it's all just yellow.
Is everything
Yellowy.
okay, Archon?
Completely fine.
Blue.
Just
it's a
lamenting
blue
the
fire.
fact that I never got a picture
But she's
when
a
I could
red
soak my
fire.
hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
Bennett is the real Pyro Archon, though. Until she comes out. Mavwika. Oh! Oh!
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Kachina doesn't have that much
faith in the
time.
Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Imagine if he lost the 1-on-1
Once we
confrontation.
find Kachina's ancient name.
Wait, so all
we'll
it will
head
take
right
is a
back.
2-on-1 confrontation then?
Okay, let's
with
flying.
2 harbingers.
Everyone really hopes nothing
Pop
goes
up.
wrong.
I've heard there's a rumour. Thing is, I think Capitano of all of them will get along with the Traveller. Like, that's my headcanon, just from everyone saying he's righteous, and from the fact that, I don't know, we get along with the others, kind of. I don't know, I'd find it interesting, to be fair. I can't wait till we meet. He's also, like, canonically, Capitano and Varka, like, worked-ish together. Like, that was in the Mondstadt quest bit we did ages ago. So we'll see. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what the Traveller thinks of Capitano. I think Capitano is probably going to be the harbinger we most get along with. Oh, I should be going... what would be the quickest way there? It's probably through this bit. I don't... Do we learn more about Capitano from this quest? Odd quest? Like, no spoilers this time, because I'm actually
What can you tell us about
somewhat
the science of the
interested, but do we
canopy?
learn more about Capitano?
The tribespeople are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then.
Okay, just like my thing. Okay.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The Scions of the Canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour, or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, okay. Point taken, point taken.
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures. Paimon's not doing any of that.
That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's head over to
Where?
him.
Is that Bueno? This person? No, you're not her. Why are they all little kids? Why are all the chiefs little people? Or dwarfs? Is that
Nice
the
to see
PC
you
term
again,
currently? I can't remember.
I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here
Oh,
for the Spirit
he's...
Speaker Stone.
Oh,
Whoa, hold on a second.
Wayna.
At least tell me why you need it first.
Pyro
My friend
Archon told
Kachina
us.
is trapped within the
Just say
Night Kingdom.
Pyro Archon told us.
We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision.
You don't look like a mature warrior. So you're going to
The
let us,
nature of
naturally.
battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Waina. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Waina? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
Oh, she's also got the elf ears.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task.
You've not really
If
checked.
you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Okay.
Thank you.
Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes, I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Waina, how do we use the stone?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts, and the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river, but the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could.
Thirsty?
You have the
Thirsty
strength
for
and the
Chaska?
talent.
Is that it?
If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
He's one of Auntie
She's just
Atea's hot
Smash.
spring buddies. I've heard
Okay,
stories
just
about
Smash.
him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way, and I'm sure you'll find him.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll go look for him there.
Good luck. I hope everything goes well.
Oh, it's not that far away. Yeah, I can get that another time. Hello.
Someone admiring the scenery from
Yeah.
the cliff tops. Ah, that must be him!
You're a normie. Noel.
Hello there, are you Vichama?
Normalish.
That's
You're still
me.
watching a
Did you need
GenshinImpact stream with a VTuber.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible? No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Everything's
Yes,
almost
but I'd
possible
rather not
if
get
you
into it.
rewrite the
It's all the same to you.
rules.
That's not a
Sacred,
problem.
unspoken
We agree to your
rules we've not been
request.
told about.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name, it's only right that we return the favor.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone?
Go ahead, mate. Boop, 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 boop.
I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Lali invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something
Whatever
tangible in
Dane
our
and
world,
the
like a
Abyss
net,
sibling are
we
using.
can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to
That's,
use the concept
that's
of
what
a net
element
to
I'd
catch
use.
something equally
But
intangible.
if we're talking about the ones
an
we know
ancient
of,
name.
Oh,
probably
I see.
Electro or Animo.
What about the second thing you needed?
Right. I need 2 chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes.
What about
But I
you?
heard there's a
I'm
traveling merchant
curious.
from that tribe
And
around
why?
here somewhere, so
Why
maybe
would you be
can
what
try
you
your
would
luck
be?
there.
Gotcha!
All right, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. in case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
Geo. Why
do
are
you
you
think, Chaska?
Geo? Geo.
There's no need.
Okay, I just
Lena
be a
spoke
child.
highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seemed so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you,
But
Paimon.
why would you? Okay, what do
Let's
you
just
think?
focus on the preparations
Aside
for
from
now.
the test,
Hang on, Kachina.
what do you feel?
Coming for you.
Weird way to put it, but yeah, weird way to put it. But why would you be Geo? So what we need to do to seek the ancient name. So I can't see it because this is where my chat overlay is. Okay.
No time to lose.
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 mora in total. Deal?
Deal.
Wait,
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask.
Okay, thank you. We're
All right.
using it for fishing.
That's everything. Here you go.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
Okay. Where's the obsidian gentleman? Hello. Oh, with the little kid. Okay, I don't want to talk to you, little kid. I don't want to talk to you, little kid. I don't want to talk to you, little child.
Excuse me. Do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and we'll see what we can find.
Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
Yeah, play with the green saurian. Play with the dinosaurs. I'm
Relax.
calling them dinosaurs.
Everything's going
'cause
according to
I'm
plan.
Just too
I
tired.
know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
We have no idea. It's probably fine.
Perfect! Thank you. How much do I owe you?
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Vichama just now. You running an errand for him then?
Ish, it's
How's he
complicated.
doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years now. It's about time he started to move forward.
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Vichama and Malco grew up together, and even made a name for themselves together.
But Malco's
Malco was
dead.
an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. The two made an excellent team, and managed to beat back the Abyss several times. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Vichama suffered an injury to his leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon, and she agreed to let him stay behind. It's just... Melko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. The team made an error in judgment, and they fell to the onslaught. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything.
It was an impossible situation. It doesn't sound like it was his fault.
Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do anything at all.
But
I've tried convincing him to move forward, to stop dwelling on the past. But the shadow of Malko's death hangs over him still. The Abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. I wish there was something he could do to make himself feel better. But... anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could help him talk things through sometime. I would really appreciate it.
okay. Basically, he's sad boy Matsing. Okay. Okay. What we need to do? Meet up with Vichama. Will this help us step through it quickly, or are we staying further away? I can't see. I think we're getting closer. Chat's over it for me. Chat's in the way. I can't move it.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor.
Could I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Are you seeking your friend's ancient name for the same reason as us?
Yeah, after Malko fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance. I've always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malko might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
How much we gonna bet
But
he's
that happened
not?
several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malko and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name.
No,
if you see any
don't
fragments
worry.
scattered around the area,
Please
collect them.
Make sure to leave. Go away. Need to do stuff. Go off, do stuff. Go. Enjoy your day. Evening. Morning. Whatever it is.
Make sure you
Bye-bye.
prepare yourselves
Thank you.
for battle.
Thank you very much. And I
As
will
I
see
said,
you
the stone
all
will link the mortal
later.
realm to the Night
Bye-bye.
Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
Oh. Select fragment. Okay. Gonna have to fight something in a bit.
No time to lose.
Gonna have to defend him. I'm assuming we're going to end up having to defend him at some point.
Whoa, monsters
Oh,
incoming!
yeah.
Watch out, everyone!
I would like to know what the whole deal is about the Saurians.
Live! Feel this ancient power.
Hold the line.
Child is best against groups, so we'll get Child up and running. I want to use my Q yet, but it's probably not the best time to use it. Oh, now that's the time to use the Q. 4, come on.
Rust and rebuild. Billowing surge.
And charge attack.
Coming to be.
There we are. Off cooldown. Oh,
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
oh, okay. Damn it. We got to 3 of them though. That's enough. 1. Oh, just need that one. Okay, it's good. It's good.
Vichama!
Come on. Come on. Oh, it's an ancient name for
Take it.
obsidian. Oh. Okay, it's the obsidian
I
thing
found
she
Kachina's
had.
ancient name. Hang in there, Malco.
That's why I needed 2. For both
Something's
ancient
not right.
names.
The power of the abyss is getting stronger.
Okay.
The abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago.
We are all
I
death
just need a
company
little
now.
more time. Please, I'm almost there.
Understood. I'll help buy you some time.
Thank you.
Some space
Watch
business.
out. The power of the abyss is strong.
Power space bar stronger.
This power.
Tell you this power space bar stronger.
Hanging in there?
I can't hold them back much longer. We're running out of time.
Malco.
Yeehaw.
Can't wait
Space
any
bar.
longer.
This for
Already
ambiance.
tried.
In that case,
Oh, sorry. I
we have
wanted
no
this to
choice.
it.
I'm sorry, Sea Lolly. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
She's cool. Cool lady. Who's died in her life? Because most animo users have a
happened just
dead
now?
friend.
It looked like the spirit speaker stone was...
The
Poof.
stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while, but that's normal.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
Okay, I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama? Vichama!
Vichama!
Couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but still.
No.
And now... it's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already too late.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Shame.
Huh?
Shame.
What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing.
What? Did he do it?
This is...
Oh!
Hey, Malco.
It's like a ley
Got no
line.
strength left.
It's like a ley line. It's
Not enough to
numerous.
swing a sword, but to say a few last words? Sure.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just hard thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. They won't have to mourn me. Pisak! Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Right to the end, you were never one for goodbyes. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. But just in case, Vichama, I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living.
He's so...
Was that?
Yes, they were like ley lines, ley line memories.
Seems like we were able to salvage something
So
after all.
the ley lines and the Night Kingdom, so they're similar but different, or maybe they aren't something. Maybe we will see. I can't wait to work this stuff out. If we can get any better, Vishama, I'm going to have a quick break because I need an idle meeting. Idle meeting with me and their management. Oh well. Oops, forgot this was muted.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain? Why?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, his hands were shaking, and his smile was forced.
Really? Yeah, you're right.
For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know, at the end of his life, he was thinking the same thing.
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wina wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the Night Kingdom. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step closer to danger. But I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but not everyone gets the chance to make up for them. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning.
A more courageous way? You mean fighting while injured?
If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even with an injured leg, there were still things I could have done. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act, there's no going back. That's something I had to learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so I hope you can walk away without regrets.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back to us. I'll make sure of it. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear. Strange.
Corrosion.
My body, it's...
Oh no.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification,
Wait,
the corrosion can never be fully eradicated. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed.
Devaling not fully
Slowing your breathing and
cured
controlling
then.
your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
That's curious and curiouser.
Huh. That does make me feel better. You seem very knowledgeable about all this.
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so
It is
we're off
kind
to a
of a
great start.
tricorn cap. There's three
Let's get Vichama
prongs,
back
then
to
the
his
back
tribe
of
and
it's
tell
like
Wine the
a
good news.
fedora.
Oh, and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand. Right?
Yeah, he will. Oh. Sure you.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that?
His
I don't know what you want from me.
The sister.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wina. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly why I'm here. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Chaska for a few minutes. You come with me.
Ooh, someone's in trouble.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story.
Right, she did call herself Chaska's sister just now, but it feels like there's more to this story.
It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo sores. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But in the end, all that did was trigger her will to live. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo source. Wherever they went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing to everyone.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kids. You're fighting one minute and your friend's the next. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. She's known as the Peacemaker. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though. Don't siblings usually stop fighting when they get older?
Pop filter.
That's partly my fault.
Sides.
Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now, once Chaska makes up her mind, there's no changing it.
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom. Chaska even said that wasn't like you.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try now than live with regrets later. That's what I say. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end,
I've got
nobody
a bit
wants to
mouth
sit
pain,
back and let
to be
a loved
honest.
one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
I mean, it kind of is.
Technically, I am going abroad, right?
Yeah.
Again with the excuses.
It's just a trip. Trip abroad.
We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no alternative. But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And you were just going to sneak into the place without saying anything.
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say something.
All right, whatever. Anything else?
What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
I'm sure Baiju has something for you.
Is this one of our normal arguments
Both of
or
you.
a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die. That's not who I am.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who you are.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in Natlan, I need to display qualities that make me worthy of this nation.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
Hello. How are you?
All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to
Did
get
you actually say
serious.
something, or is that just a space bar?
Raina prefers his roof
Because I can't tell.
Is that a threat?
My stream
That
has
sounds
had
like a threat to me.
internet issues.
Koichi!
We'll call it that. No one knows what's going
You're
on.
supposed to listen to their elders.
Hi, how are you? You're good. I'm
So,
good too.
You're really going
We're
to
just
go,
playing through
no matter what I say?
this bit.
I'm
This is
supposed to be
the
your
7th
sister.
time.
Then
Oh.
support me.
You've put
I'll be
there are
back.
things that
have to
haven't
do is
loaded
wait.
for me. They haven't. Sorry.
Chaska.
Little bits. What's
So,
called emojis?
that's
Emojis.
it.
I know what they're called. I'm
Why'd
young.
you have to turn out to be so darn annoying?
It's just terrible internet today. Terrible internet. It's not working well at all.
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
But yeah, we're just trying to
I know
finish
you aren't related by
the
blood, but you two sure are similar.
Really?
Trying to get through this bit of the Arkham quest.
You know,
For
I said that very
Natlan.
thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way, down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this.
Yeah.
Try to spend a little more time with your sister.
My setup right now is a little bit
Tough
Spartan
kids.
to try and
That doesn't mean you have to go it
reduce
alone.
the amount of strain on the internet in my systems.
Anytime. All right. If you're done with
Including
the
some of the
Stone,
filters on
you
my
might as well hand it
microphone.
over. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
About that.
About that.
It's kind
If
of
only
dead.
Tone Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
We're getting lots of Mondstadt
It might
references
be in a
today.
few more pieces than you remember.
Huh?
Me. Sorry. It was an
see.
accident.
Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
Have we met
I'll wait
Citlali?
here
I
for your
don't
safe
remember.
return.
Oh, so we do get to go. Oh yeah, I did see the bit. What bit am I talking about? I know what I'm talking about. It's just I can't word it because I'm a moron. What bit am I trying to say? We get to go to the Night Kingdom because yeah, I saw the. What's it called? What's it called, Theatre? You probably know what I'm talking about or trying to say. The Genshin trailer for the quest and the how can I do the Earth or I think I'm gonna stop. The live stream. The 5.0 live stream. That's what I'm thinking of. That is what I'm thinking of. It's quite long. Maybe I could have gone. I could have gone for longer. I think.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
What happened at the stadium?
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the
She
condensed
fought
version.
the Harbinger. Yes, the captain.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate, so much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing
She's been
to be
such a
sorry about.
sweetie.
We all get
Sweetie,
overwhelmed by our
sweetie,
emotions,
sweetie.
myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
Do we get to go somewhere with her, or should we sent somewhere by her?
What is this place?
The inner sanctum. I don't know. There's a belt.
Isn't that
She's got a
Atea's
belt.
talisman?
Why is it in those?
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
It's a fishing rod.
I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
Don't touch.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes. And physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now,
She's
I
supposed to
still
be
have some
human, but do you think
preparations to make for
she's
the
kind of not,
ceremony,
or has
so
some
feel free to
different
take a
form
look
of
around in the meantime.
erosion?
If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
That may just be something for the immortal ones, by the way it's been written about so far, but still, maybe. Serve jar.
There are so many jars and potions around here. Do they have anything to do with alchemy?
No, those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor. The tools you see
Do you think
here
they give
are quite
the
traditional.
winner to
Her
become
students
the...
found them outdated, so she passed them on
Am I
to
thinking
me.
of...
The contents of the jars
That the
aren't all
belt
that
behind
special.
them is the...
Except
sort of
the
like what
big
you
jar
get
in
for
the
winning
middle.
the Pyro
That's what
Arc
you really
Conquest.
wanted to give me.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
Grape juice.
It's wine.
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by
You
now.
gave Osmanthus wine taste the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Jar. The belt.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head.
Do you get it for becoming Pyro Archon?
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding
Oh, it's just
competitions
that.
and contests of strength. This belt is a symbol of great honor within the tribe. The association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. It was difficult for even 2 people to lift. And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of time would still leave them gasping for
Funny
breath.
about that. Funny,
Sounds
funny,
like it.
funny.
So the owner of the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical in appearance but far lighter in weight. That is the belt you see before you. He would often wear this version when training in order to protect his waist.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it off.
Perhaps. Let's have a word with Ian-san.
Make sure to
Ian-san.
handle everything with care. This cup, for example, it's heavier than it looks.
Okay. Thank you, Ian-san. I can't remember how her name was pronounced earlier. Anything down here to look at? Don't see anything. Hello, Justa.
This flower looks like it's thriving. You must be good at taking care of plants, Archon.
Ooh, Wulani.
This fishing basket looks familiar.
Did it belong to the lady who's now dead? Maybe. I don't know.
Hey,
Maybe
there's a
it did.
fishing rod
Maybe
here.
it belonged to her.
It must have belonged to the people of the springs.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment,
Okay.
actually. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish and his meticulous plan to catch it. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he staked his honor.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again. Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch? That's what he asked me in the end.
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize itself. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste, so he gave them to me.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head-to-head sometime.
The talisman. The final piece.
This is Atea's talisman.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever without it. The talisman brought her a lot of luck in battle.
Mavwika? How are you?
The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer.
Okay.
Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Natlan's culture now?
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes.
Oh.
They demonstrate the true shape of time.
Okay.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or
Is this
predict
like
the future.
This seems like something
There's
Venti's
also
talked
a
about.
different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important?
I'd have to... Oh, is that the sword? Well, I don't know. I'd have to say all of them.
Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
Yes.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future.
So ancient names record the past.
While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine.
So the first Pyro Archon created the rules of Natlan.
That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood.
Oh!
By holding the pilgrimage, we're able
So
to
it's
determine the
agreed
strongest
with.
among us. And when that person ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the Divine Throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really
She's
close.
dead, isn't she?
Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing
She's
this
dead.
portrait, it
I
kinda makes sense
I
now.
bet money on it.
It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's alright. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities.
Are they still around?
So it impacts how often you get to see them.
Okay.
My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
You forgave them? Just like that?
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulani, Chaska, over here please. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
Where do we place the ancient name? Is that clear? In here? We'll go turn around placing. Gotcha. Is the Archon going to come down to the Night Kingdom with us?
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Oh, she's here-ish.
Am I hallucinating again? Kachina, are you okay? Huh?
So it's like her memory.
I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again? It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Okay.
Everyone, you have to listen to me.
Gotcha.
I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Y-Up is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Y-Up to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way
she's
to
not
help.
dead, I'm assuming.
The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
So she's not dead, she's just
Don't listen to those
fighty
sounds,
stuff.
Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and
I'm
wait
assuming
for
that.
us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act
Jesus,
tough.
sweetie.
We're coming for you,
Oh,
and
lovely
that's
people.
final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
I'm really All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now.
Sorry about that. I had to try and get the stream manager up. Just trying to get all my things mostly working, if I can.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to brave these dangers with me. There's no time to lose, so let's get going.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
So, good luck.
Be careful out there. I'll observe the situation from here.
Okay. Where are the ruins? Oh, okay, they're right here. I'm gonna go by the Statue of the Seven quickly, because I may want some healing. I can't remember what my healing looks like right now. It was fine, I think.
No time to lose.
Speed, speed, speed. Speed. The first hilly shell I've seen for a while. I'm going to collect because, frankly, first hilly shell for a while. Oh! Luxurious, not luxurious, exquisite chest. Don't mind if I do. What's this down here? I'm curious. Sorry, I need to be less focused on this. More focused on this, sorry. More focused at task at hand. Up we go. Oh, is it here?
No time to
Very
lose.
helpful, fairly helpful. Let's start. Start. That looks interesting. I'm not sure what it looks like now. Is this the Night Kingdom?
So we're underneath Natlan right now?
Was this just an
nothing
entrance
like
to it?
Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons.
Celestial
Humans
nail
only
time.
established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
I remember a
So
celestial
these are
nail.
Saurian ruins?
I don't think she's talking about the Saurians. I think she means actual dragons.
Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices
You
here are
might
for.
know if we brought Neverland.
These ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
That's just what I wanted to hear.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right guys?
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Adventurers live for moments like
Then
these.
let's go. We won't let anything
Feel
stand
like some
in our way.
character from Bloody Konosuba.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Come to be. Witness my great undertaking. Time for retribution.
Oh yeah, chest. Chesty chest. Very useful. Very nice. The historian. F. Oh! Oh! This is cool.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Burst forth. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. This moment of birth.
I think there's just one left. I think. Looks like it. Yeah. Start. Oh, that looks like dragon. That looks like a dragon. That's cool. That is cool. Oh, F. Okay, that's... I approve. Some of this is very cool.
Allow me.
Burst forth.
Oh, it's these guys. Not my favorite, I'll be honest. Don't like the electro ones. Much prefer one of these.
Feel this ancient power. Shouldn't let your guard down.
Much prefer fighting these guys. One more. Yeah. There we are. Dead. Wait, that looks like a bit of sacred flame, oddly enough. Ah, funny. So, can we have a look around here? There's nothing interesting, I think. I missed it. Okay, they're strong. They're strong. I get it, I understand, I see.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Okay. So that's why we get these bits. I see. That's pretty cool. Oh, and that's how to get to the Night Kingdom. So this is entrance to the Night Kingdom, the Abyss. What's the difference?
Opened by the Abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready.
Do you think Thingy has some of the Abyss in her? I'm gonna find these names difficult to remember, I think.
Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Sorry.
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories.
There's abyssal energy everywhere.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Don't run it now. Don't try to run
You
away.
really think that little of Paimon? That's not even why Paimon asked!
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Ooh, it's like in
Calm down.
Mia.
I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right?
Wait, does that mean you're...
Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker's stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the Abyss.
Okay.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Okay. Let's go with someone who might know a thing or two about the Abyss.
We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
She's got the most health.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Die. Hit and die. Get back here and die. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I'm getting goosebumps on both my body. This is not very nice. So, I think it'd be even more spooky if it was just quiet, no noise at all.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Oh, I'm so fucking worried, chat. I'm slightly worried. I will not lie. Whoa, what's that? What is it? What? That's a lot of souls. Are these lost souls or something like that?
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
It probably wasn't.
Paimon like that.
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
Oh. Yes, see, told you. Probably wasn't.
It doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Paimon just heard it too.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Paimon wants to get out of this place.
There she is. Let's kill them all. Come on, you've got this. Pull out the stick, the stabby stick, the super stabby stick. Huh? Is that what she's seeing? Oh boy, it's not at all not creepy. We're here.
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go.
Yeah. Sounds like it's a right? So let me get back on the horse. There we are. There we are. I'll have die. I really like her playing style.
Coming to be.
What am I looking for? There we are. Yeah, I panicked there. I can. It's the fifth. Having the 5 is just a bit wide on my keyboard.
The monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Atta girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YF with me? I can't
Okay.
exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection.
This is cool.
And I
Okay.
know it has something to do with the contamination from the Abyss.
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
We need a super traveler.
Can't just leave the YF to suffer.
It's protected me this whole time.
Saving one is better than saving none at all.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Is it a mental monster?
Nothing. Just a headache.
Is it one of the lectors or something like that? Or something
Telling me to
new?
abandon the Wayab and leave this place.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. I can hold on.
Where's the totem pole?
Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me out a little longer.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Wayab, not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal, and return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
Yes.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Oh, I'm going to pop 2 heals. 2 heals. 2 heals. And that should be, yeah. That's not a nail. But that looks somewhat creepy. I saw that and all my goosebumps came right back. This is just in case.
Rest and rebuild.
This is just in case I could heal myself a little bit more.
Wayab?
As long as I have a Kokomi, I should be able to do a
back.
decent chunk of
Friends
stuff.
and I are here to heal you. Wayab?
We have Kokomi, we can heal.
Wayab?
Maybe.
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Wayab from answering our calls. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
I'll help too. Oh, something's
Careful.
wrong. Something's
We've
wrong.
got company.
Already?
Ooh.
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly.
How are you?
He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed Malco?
Tell me he's already dead.
With or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself.
We can take you.
You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me
Nah,
now.
you're literally the easiest one to defeat. Are you the one behind all this?
No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power.
Cool.
Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth.
Cool.
They possess no power at all.
Cool.
The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness.
Cool.
Anything to avoid sharing power.
Cool.
Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you.
Cool.
Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, Why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak?
She's strong.
Kachina, give me your hand.
She's true. She is strong. She is the strongest. She can beat the crap out of you. She is strong.
Feel that? I'm right here
Super
next to you.
strong.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear. Because I'm not alone
Strong
anymore.
little one.
You're right.
I miss the other
Maybe
one.
comforting ideals
Angel.
don't have any power.
Angel
you also
was
couldn't
cool,
be more
dude.
wrong. You've
You're a
never had to work
dickhead.
for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than two of us to handle
so
an
I'm guessing
enemy
we're
like
getting
this.
these two.
Sorry in advance, but you...
There
She's
aren't
a
many in
treat.
Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
You hear the inferno!
7-2.
Right here!
Flames of redemption!
Clear the area! Carving waves!
Hear the inferno!
Ha! Check this out! Best of luck!
Yeah.
Flames of redemption!
And shot.
Time for my coming!
Yeah, vaporize, vaporize. Yeah, I'm not really interested. This, on the other hand, will take much damage. Yeah, go away. Thank you. What? How did... well, oh well.
We won! We actually won!
Nice job. Turns out he wasn't any stronger than the ones we fought in the past.
That's what he gets for underestimating you two. Fantastic work, Kachina!
Is she wearing... Wait.
Absolutely
Is she wearing
fantastic.
like a hoodie?
So unbelievably happy.
Jeez.
I'm happy too,
I think-
Moalani.
I think.
Together we really are unstoppable.
The other girl.
Huh? What's happening?
What?
My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
Huh? What? This is gonna be even more
That was a
goosebumps
bold
along my
move,
back.
diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun
That looks like
with
her
abyssal
father.
corruption. Still,
Think
seeing
he's
you pull
stabbed.
it off was really something. Everything
The
you said was
Pyro-Archon's
exactly
father.
right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years worth of
Holy.
scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand.
Is that the
for
original
myself.
person to hold the name? Is that the original one to hold
Pyro-Archon's
the name?
plan will unite us
The
as
ancient
one.
name.
Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the
Holy.
power to defeat the strongest of
Maybe.
foes.
Who are you?
Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years
It's-
ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Yeah, I thought it was an ancient
Since
name
you were
person.
able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wayub. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan.
Holy shit. This is cool.
Even amid everlasting
This is
darkness,
cool. This is cool.
our bonds remain eternal.
Okay, I'm excited. I want to see more. More. Please, more. Oh my. Do you think the Pyro Archon's going to have something to say about this?
What's wrong, Moalani?
Has she gotten an upgrade? She looks like she's gotten an upgrade.
Many memories. My brain was flooded with everything I once knew.
Oh crap.
So that's what happened.
What do you mean?
She knows.
Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started
I think we
all the
should
way
tell
back
Capitano.
We can go
Maybe
over
not.
the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to.
Does that mean you already know about this whole thing?
I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
Wait,
This sounds like
so she
something
told?
that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wyatt first.
This is cool. Oh my freaking god. Okay. Look, we're using our power. I want to know, can we get more of our powers? I just want our old powers back. The original ones we saw when we fought the Sustainer.
Okay, that should be enough. Wyatt, can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina.
Night's
My
Will.
dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on
I've got an
who
idea.
you want
I've got an idea of something.
You are already worthy of your
Something
name.
comes to me from the Sri Lanka event.
You need only devote yourself to becoming a
Oh.
better you.
This is
The
interesting.
story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change. No matter what the future holds.
Thank you, Wyatt.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion.
Ooh, so she
But it
knows
is
the
time
Pyro
for
Archon's
you
plan
to
as well.
leave this place.
And she's happy
The
to work
situation
with the
here
Pyro Archon. I
is
thought
getting
she might be part of the dragon stuff.
Go
But
now,
I
my
see.
children.
She isn't.
Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wyatt, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Oh.
What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time.
Let's go.
It's the power of the abyss. Quick, we need to run.
Okay, gotcha. The ceiling.
The ceiling opened the way for us.
Okay, this is interesting. So the Sealies are helping us too now. I'm
No time to lose.
Wait, I failed to escape or we all failed to escape? Wait, come
We're out of time.
wait, does it rewind?
It's the power of the abyss. Quick, we need to run.
Is this a rewind? Like Samsara? A baby Samsara?
It's a Sealy. The Sealy opened the way for us.
So I'm not touching anything. Okay. Go up. I'm not looking back, I'm not looking back, looking forward, only forward, only forward, only forward. Oh fuck. Let's back now. Oh, okay, it's very close. Only forward, only forward.
It's closing! We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
Okay, only forward, only forward. Only forward, only forward, only forward. Speed sheet. Stop getting stuck on this stuff.
Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle!
Only forward, only forward, only forward. Oh. Cutscene? Cutscene time?
We'll never make it!
Come on, we can do it. Speed, speed, up. Come on. Yes, Electro. We got prototype Rancor as well. Going through the rock. That's pretty cool. It's cool. Surfs up. It's just surfing. Oh. Mavwika? Mavwika? Yeah! The fist.
You've done well. Now come home.
The Fist of Fury. Holy crap. I saw it. A nail. Is that a nail? Did I just see a nail? That looked like the one on Dragonspine. That looked like it was the one on Dragonspine. It was right here. Like at this bit of the screen. That looked like it was from the
Pyro Archon
a nail from
saved us.
Dragonspine.
But she's not here.
How did she regain her strength?
Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
I'm completely fine.
Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The YUP mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's
Yes!
ultimate
Finally,
fate.
the quest begins properly. I'm going to get some fun stuff. Okay, what do we... Let's go then. I'm very... slightly tensed. This is cool, this is cool, this is cool. I need to relax a little. I need to relax a little. I'm relaxed, I think. A little. Somewhat. Okay, can we walk through the flame? No, we can't. Wish we could walk through the flame, that'd be cool, but oh well. Hello. How are you, Pyro Archon?
There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know
There's
you must have
none
a
of the
lot
stuff
of
from
questions,
before.
but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Just click and I use the spacebar a lot. Basically, they're all stuff, but everyone else seems whiffy.
That should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the abyss like you, Traveler.
Yeah, we're overpowered.
It's like
somewhat.
You're completely
We're
immune to its
overpowered and
power.
somewhat underpowered at the same time.
He always has been special like that.
Yeah.
He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
We don't know why though, except she's probably the heavenly principles or
Given
something
the
like
current
that.
situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
Wait, is
All right,
Child
all right.
immune to the
We
effects
might
of the
not see
abyss
eye to eye,
then?
but
Maybe.
we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Maybe he is. I mean, he's kinda tanky.
Alright. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh?
No. That can't be true, can it?
Less than a year. Oh,
That's
boy.
right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mulani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations,
Except
Natlan
seemingly
never had
Mondstadt
stable and
much.
deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion.
Oh,
The battle
okay.
against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines.
Okay.
Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse.
Who would we know
But,
who did that?
as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame.
So the family aren't
Only
dead.
by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
You know, I heard people talk about resurrection a lot. It makes sense now. This was all part of the plan all according to Keikaku.
Yes. We only
in summer.
managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wyab.
So she'll
Once
be
a
an
tribe was
incarnation of
back
the
to its full
first.
strength, the tribe's Wyab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wyab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wyab, Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
That leaves 2 people left.
Well, we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered.
Oh, that's what the
also
chairs
why
are
I haven't
for.
been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development.
But what if we don't make it in time?
I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all.
Does that mean you?
You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose.
I got a feeling she used it for that.
So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited.
So I find it funny that the
but together,
fishing
their
stuff
combined
had
effect
fire
can
on
prove
it.
quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the 2 worlds.
Oh, shit, sorry.
It was a rather crude approach, so
I hit the
all their power
microphone
was
with my arm.
depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But aren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime.
Osmanthus
Now
wine
that
still
Kachina
tastes
has
the same
returned,
as I
we
remember,
can
but
finally
where are
hold the
those
victory
who
feast to
share the
celebrate your
memories?
team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right, you should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
What is this?
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories
memories?
of warriors from all
What
over
is it?
Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life.
The ley lines?
Friends come
maybe?
easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the
Didn't say
springs
that
never
there was
claim
no
the hot
leyland
springs as their own
lines.
private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Bro, we've got another depressed Archon. Trap, I feel a little bit sad, I'm going to be honest. We have another depressed Archon. Join the club. I'm not depressed, I'm just a little sad sometimes.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Oh, this is so much cool. This is, I don't know, to be sad, cool, depressed, what? This is all the memories that she's burnt.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again?
Fuck yeah, they're definitely dead.
But
I thought they were.
what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support.
I've made my decision on what I'm feeling now.
We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
Oh, crap. Yeah.
I'll come find you one day.
I think she's
I
gonna
know I
get,
can't live that long, but I'll think of something.
I think she worked out a way to, you know, pull the same stuff she did, maybe.
If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
Maybe? I'm tearing up. Let's. I don't think I have a toggle for that. But if not, I'll use it.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
She seems pretty lonely to me. That's just me.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
Are these the old Pyro Archons, maybe?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
I hope this ends on a better note. Yeah, let's go to the feast, I'm assuming. Oh, Banquetter's in. I still got my chat window up, so I don't. Sometimes difficult to read up there. I might make it a bit smaller.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
No, not really. Of course not.
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Sorry, I'm just a bit, still a bit teary from earlier. Oh, a few minutes ago, actually. You can tell us anything.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason.
My tears are still
Her
here.
impulse to fight is extremely strong.
Oof.
Her mental strength helps her rein it in,
the
but
tears
she
are still on
loses
the
control
face.
sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't
Wish I
want
had
to
something
take
to
any
mop it up better
chances.
without causing too much noise.
So, what
Can
you're
you see my
saying is-
shirt? You deliberately provoked her so she'd take that impulse out on you?
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well.
Yeah, we're
Helps her
about to
keep her
watching
cool
this.
for a little while, at least.
Probably
Anyway,
for the
I'm just glad you
best.
were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
I hope the stream's still been working. I've not checked on its working bit further past hour, so I'm gonna look now.
No way. Chaska
Yeah,
never
seems
opens up
alright,
about her
I
own
think.
pain,
Don't know what
especially
YouTube's
to her
doing.
family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her.
I respect your decision. Thanks for confiding in us.
I appreciate the
Sounds like
understanding.
something's in my
and
throat.
Don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden.
Water. Yeah,
Anyway,
I think it's the
I
end
need
of the
to get
quest.
going.
I don't need that much
Enjoy
water.
the celebration.
It's got a whole
Oh,
10
and
milliliters,
if you ever
I
need
think.
a doctor, you know who to find.
Roughly.
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing?
They're trying to look out for each other in their own
In
way.
the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
No, looks like stuff is being laggy. Oh well, it's just a bit of lag. Lag. The old man's dancing. Oh, bit more too.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
The fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
Yeah.
So, what
Why
about
do you feel
guys?
sorry, by the way?
Did you make it far?
Yeah, they got kicked out on the
Our
first
team
bit,
captain
didn't they?
drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got
So it didn't even get
disqualified.
there.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
All right. There's no
No,
need
there's
to be
plenty
like
of
that,
reason. He can be
Uncle
meaner.
Pakal.
He can be meaner. Be
Dear
meaner.
friends,
Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring
She's
me
still
back.
there. She's not
This
lying.
traveler and his companion Paimon
Sure,
are
they
some
would
of the
be proud.
strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dayon-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
I definitely drink.
How does it feel
I've run
being
out
a
of
hero,
water.
Kachina?
Hope this doesn't take too long.
It's a bit overwhelming.
My throat's going to die.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
That's right, I'll also become a champion coach. Is this the title we're going to get from Natlan? Champion coach?
Hey, please don't make fun of
Not
me.
first war master of Mavwika? Let's talk to Mavwika. Mavwika. I don't.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially
Why are we
for you
still
two.
underage?
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite.
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away.
Isn't your plan a little convoluted? Why didn't you just get the heroes of the past to join you in this age?
Because they had their own lives to live. The thought
Doesn't
of
mean
telling
yours
them,
isn't
abandon
valuable.
your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed. It seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real.
Then why did you do it?
Imagine if I said, let's leave right now and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Okay.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives.
She's depressed. Yeah.
From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her.
That's the life you had to leave behind. She is depressed. Depression
You feel
icon.
lost keenly. It seems to stir up
We
feelings
have
of
another
regret in you.
depression icon.
But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already
Sounds
far
like
more
cope.
fortunate than those who lost
Sounds
their
like
lives to the
cope.
abyss.
Sounds like
The
cope.
people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
That's actually what I wanted to ask. If you're already aware of fate.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short.
I assume
Well,
the next quest.
3, to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side. Whatever it takes.
Surely you don't mean me? It's not me.
Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure
Isn't
in
we
the
going to get a
upcoming
proper battle this time?
If you
Or
agree to
is it
join us,
metaphorical
you will
battle?
not only gain my full support in your journey,
Oh,
but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
You don't have to promise me anything. I just want to help out the people.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
Ooh. Black stone under a white stone. Ooh.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power.
Oh, they know.
Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now.
Okay.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save
It wasn't
the day.
him.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to.
Who is it?
You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
Isn't this someone
I'm
else
beginning
who
to see
supports
just
his
how
plan?
useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Let's have another word with her then.
Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
About the captain's whereabouts.
Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenichi's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Nightwind. I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the
Probably
captain out of
willingness,
willingness or coercion.
I think they're trying
if you
to
learn
protect
anything about this
Natlan.
during your adventures, please
Because
let me
the
know.
Capitano seems to have a plan. His own.
Something else you'd like to
About
ask?
elemental energy and the Abyss.
The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat. In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. We know them to work, but few of us
Do you
actually
understand why?
understand why. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself.
Holy.
Something else you'd like to
Absence
ask?
of people from Natlan in other nations.
That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied to the Wyab, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer from memory loss and emotional
This
issues.
is cool. Do you think we'll
Everyone
solve
in
that
Natlan
later?
understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their protection to all within Natlan, including
It's very
visitors from
nice of the
afar.
Wyab.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's
Something else you'd like to
Nope,
ask?
no more questions, my lady. I think I'm gonna make a pull, then we're gonna leave it at that. What's this stuff here? Oh, we can claim this. That's one of the other things why I wanted to get through this somewhat quickly. Wonders of the world. Well, that's a quest. I think it's quite good, as I assume this is going to be an even longer quest, because this one felt like it took a bit longer than perhaps others did to get through. But I enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it at least. I don't really know as much to say more than that. I'm not going to pull her up, am I? I'm going to end up with my crits Komi, I think. But I do not mind that at all. That would be a funny thing to bring up on stream, having a crit Komi instead of the standard Komi. Oh, one more. One more. Oh, what's this? What is this? Oh, I thought that... Don't know what I thought that was for, really. And one more wish. So running full. It's still going to be blue. Oh well. Thank you very much, everyone. I think this is it then. Thank you all very much for coming, and I will see you all later. Bye bye. Bye.